who they least agree with and why. So let me change polling real quick. Okay. So, 4 college students with different backgrounds were discussing the Big Bang Theory. Here is what they said. The astronomy student said, in astronomy, the evidence for the Big Bang is that today all galaxies are racing apart from each other. I made some measurements of this myself. So we know that at one point in time, the galaxies must have been together in one place at one time. That's the Big Bang. The history student. No amount of evidence will convince me. If no one was there to record it, then we can never be sure. The Big Bang is just a theory. Okay? Paleontology student. No one was around when the dinosaurs lived, but we have evidence, fossils, that the dinosaurs existed. We have evidence of the Big Bang, even though we weren't there when it happened. So that is C. D. To me, the most important evidence that the Big Bang occurred is that when you look at the universe today, the most abundant element by far is hydrogen, followed by helium and a little bit of lithium. That's exactly what you'd expect if hydrogen and helium were formed in a Big Bang, and the other elements were added later as stars formed and died. So what I want you guys to do is use your polling tool. I'm going to give you about a minute to think this over. And you're going to choose the argument, these are arguments that these students are having, that you least accept. So which of these do you least accept? And then I want you to be ready to explain why you least accept that, okay? So you have to have some reason why. You can't just be like, doesn't sound the best. You got to tell me why. Yeah, least. Which of these do you least accept? As 3 minutes to just discuss why you chose what you chose. So if you don't want to talk on the mic, you don't have to, but I suggest you do because it makes it way easier for the conversations to flow. Otherwise, chat your reason why in the chat and make sure that you're talking with your group members. So I want to see either chat bubbles going on your side or I want to see your mic turned on. You're going to discuss your answer choice with your peers and you're going to defend your decisions. If you chose A, tell me why you chose A. Person at the top of your breakout rooms, once you get into the breakout rooms, they're going to be your leaders. They have to lead your discussion. So they're your leaders in the room and they're going to facilitate it. So if you see them asking you to participate, it's because they are the leader of your group. So please make sure you're participating. Back as a whole group. Can I get any volunteers who want to share out? Who do you guys least agree with and why? Who was able to actually get some understanding for this and kind of be able to share out what you guys talked about? Jump on the mic. Raise your hand. Come on the mic. Who did you least agree with and why? I'll put that slide back up right here so you guys can see. Go ahead, Josh.
We least agree with B because it just seems like the person doesn't want to believe it at all, and they're just like not accepting any evidence to like try to unconvince them, and so we just don't agree with that one. So we say B is like the wrong answer for this one too.
Awesome, thank you. Anybody else want to jump on? What did you guys discuss? Anything different? Go ahead, Morgan.
I say B because it was like opinion-based. They're like, oh, no amount of evidence will convince me. I'm like, you weren't there. So it's like, and you said yourself, if no one was there to record it. So it's like, really? Nobody was there. Like, what are you talking about?
All right, awesome. So we have this idea that he's just stuck in his mindset, this person, or maybe they just don't, they're not really able to be persuaded. Nice. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Caleb. How were you supposed to record it if nobody was there? Silly. All right, let's continue on. Let's go back into that example with the four college students. Is the history student being asked to believe that the theory is true or just to understand it? What do you guys think? Give me an A if you think he's being asked to believe it, or a B if he's being asked to just understand it. A if you think he was believe, B if he was just understand. What do you guys think about that? In the situation with the four college students, is that history student being asked to believe it or just understand it? They're backed with evidence, and they're widely supported by science, and they're used to explain numerous observations. So the Big Bang Theory, as we talked about right at the beginning of class with our KUD today, hold on, let me go back to that. Okay, The Big Bang Theory has three main pieces of evidence. We have astronomical evidence from light spectra, we have the motion of galaxies, and we have this idea about the composition of matter. So those are three different pieces of evidence that are all coming together to support this main idea of the Big Bang. So in the Big Bang,